Have you ever met a man who seems cold and distant, lacking emotion and compassion? Have you ever wondered what made him that way? Cold-hearted individuals aren't born that way. There's a backstory to their emotional detachment. In reality, these individuals are not without emotions. Quite the opposite is true. They were once people who cared deeply, but they've been scarred by pain, betrayal, and mistreatment. These experiences have turned them as cold as ice. Let's delve into the harsh truth. The world has a way of breaking people down, especially men. Men often experience hurtful events and betrayal. When they lack human connection, love, and appreciation, they can become cold-hearted. You may encounter stoic men who appear to care for no one, but beneath that tough exterior lies a man who has been deeply wounded. These wounds can feel like a gaping hole in their hearts. I've encountered many such men in my life, and it's truly disheartening. Here's the thing, you might be the cold-hearted man I'm talking about, without even realizing it. This transformation can happen to anyone, as I once experienced it myself. In the past, I had no care or empathy for others. But today, with over 1 million subscribers from around the world showing me love and support, my perspective has changed. However, it wasn't always this way. I grew up in a violent environment, witnessing traumatic events no child should endure. This led me to become cold-hearted for a significant portion of my life. Many men share similar stories. They've gone through something so painful that it turned them cold-hearted. Becoming cold-hearted is often a defense mechanism known as avoidant attachment style. It means avoiding emotional attachment because of the fear of experiencing pain, betrayal, or trauma again. It's not just war veterans who become cold-hearted. Various life experiences can trigger this transformation. Betrayal, abuse, abandonment, or the realization that society doesn't care about you can all contribute to it. Regardless of the reasons, it all boils down to one thing: pain. You might think it could never happen to you until it does. No matter how strong and kind you are, we all have a breaking point. The men who have become cold-hearted and stopped caring didn't choose to be that way. Deep down, they still crave human intimacy. They may not admit it, but it's a longing in their souls. Having a cold heart is often considered a burden, but it's still better than a broken one. When someone becomes emotionally detached, they create a barrier that protects them from the outside world, avoiding emotional connections. On the other hand, some people become consumed by rage and hatred, and they use that as a metaphorical sword to attack the world. This often leads to them harming themselves and those around them. Both of these methods are harmful because they prevent you from forming meaningful relationships. While the shield and sword can be useful tools, they should be controlled. It's important to know when to lower your guard and when to trust and be kind, as well as when to pick up your shield and weapon. In other words, the best people know how to adapt to become cold-hearted when necessary, but also warm, kind, and compassionate when the situation calls for it. Accept your scars, heal, and learn to control your emotions. It's easier said than done, but remember this: if you don't heal from what hurts you, you may inadvertently hurt those who didn't cause your pain.